Alright, let's hope this weekend that Crazy Rich Asians finally dropped a lot, like 50%. Let's see. That obviously happened, right? Because that one last time, yeah, that was almost a miracle that it even did that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so is that... You know what? Nope, Crazy Rich Asians is never gonna drop. It's never gonna drop.
Here comes the money, 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 money.
Hello there, welcome back to Box Office Overview. This is the series on my channel where I go over the top 10 on the box office this weekend. This weekend was August 31st through September 2nd. This weekend we had a lot of movies. No, we didn't. We only actually had one movie enter the top 10 at all. And then there were a couple. It wasn't a very interesting week. It was a week of good movies doing good and bad movies doing bad. So yeah, you probably already know what number one on the box office is, but yeah, let's go over it. And if you're probably wondering, why am I making this on Sunday now? Last 2 weeks it's been on Tuesday, but the reason why is because those last 2 days I made it on Monday night, not knowing it would take so long to edit. So that's why they came on Tuesday. This one I'm going to try harder to get earlier because almost 100, okay, this is going to sound really small, but I got almost 140 views on the last video. That might sound small, but that isn't small. That is pretty big for someone with only 75 subscribers. So, yeah, that's why I'm making it now. Also gonna have a split review to you guys there, not a review of like 2 movies, but I mean a review of the M. Night Shyamalan movie, Split. That'll come out later. So let's just get into the top 10. On its final weekend on the box office at number 10 is Mile 22. You're done, Mile 22. Mark Wahlberg's movie, action movie. It's got 3 weeks on the top 10. Bad. Sorry. We're done with you, okay? I've talked about Mile 22 enough. I haven't even seen it, and I've talked about it a lot. So let's move on from it. Officially, just be done with Mile 22. And number 9 is the new Spike Lee directed film. It's not even new anymore. Why do I always say that? BlacKkKlansman made, I don't know how much actually, but I know it was number 9. So yeah. BlacKkKlansman did pretty good. I think it had a very low budget, so it's doing good for its budget. Nice work on that. I was impressed actually by its money. I didn't think it was going to be that good. It was supposed to be an Oscar movie, so we'll see how well it goes at the Oscars. But it did good at the box office. We all know that. So it's a success overall because people love it and it did good. So that's how a movie is successful. I guess puppets don't sell? That wasn't even a pun. Alright, so number 8 was the Happy Time Murders. Yeah. I find it ironic that I don't have a puppet. I have a puppet. And it's a puppet for another movie on the top 10 of the box office this week. If you could see that, that's who. But anyway, the Happy Time Murders clearly did not sell and it clearly did not make any money because this next weekend it'll drop off because we got Peppermint and The Nun are going to go into the top 10. This one's guaranteed to fall off. Maybe it'll end up at number 10. That's really sad because I saw potential in this movie. I didn't see it because, you know, you guys know I don't really see a lot of rated R movies. And that one was rated R to the bone. So yeah, I heard it was really not good. So I didn't plan to see it anyway. But yeah. Sad for you, the Happy Time Murders. Look, I know I wasn't very happy about Alpha. I know I wasn't very, like, giddy about it. I didn't think it was that good at all, but I'm happy it's successful. Because I know that the producers of this movie, I'm hoping, like, you can just kind of tell it's from a company who hasn't made a lot of movies. And I'm happy that people are liking the movie because it's grown on me actually a lot more since I've seen it. The rating would probably bump up to a 6. I'm not sure. It was always close to a 6, but it might be up there now because the movie's grown on me a lot more because I've really seen how it's good because I love the cinematography. It's nice to look at. It's a nice movie to look at. Is it a nice movie in general? It's not the best. It's not bad, really, but it's not that good. It has good moments to it, but it's just not an entirely perfect movie. It has its problems. There are problems there. actually a lot of problems, but I can see why people enjoyed it, and I'm happy people are enjoying it. It's not like, oh, you enjoyed Alpha, you're the worst. No, I didn't think Alpha was necessarily bad. I just did not really like it that much. But it's growing on me a lot more, so yeah, and I'm happy for it being successful. There, now let's move on. I said I had a puppet. This is the puppet. It's Pooh. It actually really hurts, and I don't think it's supposed to fit me. It's a rock star. I don't know. It's not supposed to fit me, but I'm going to do the whole part with Christopher Robin with this puppet on. Okay, Christopher Robin didn't do that good, and I'm really upset by that. This is one reason why I'm not so happy Alpha did good, because people were more like, hey, I'm going to go see Alpha than see adorable little Pooh here, because Christopher Robin is great. I genuinely love Christopher Robin. I thought it was... I love it, but I don't love... Okay, let's say... I liked movies like Ant-Man and the Wasp and Solo more than I like Christopher Robin. But I think I like Christopher Robin, or I love Christopher Robin. I don't love Ant-Man and the Wasp and Solo. I love Christopher Robin because it's adorable, it's cute, and it's a really fun and just adorable movie. It might be predictable, but it's adorable. I'm sad a lot of people didn't see it, but yeah, whatever. I don't think it had the highest of a budget, so yeah. I missed it this week, and a lot of people did see it, so I'm happy for that. Searching made money. It made a lot of money. Not a lot, but it made money, and I'm happy, because I want to see Searching so bad. It looked so good. But I haven't seen it yet because I had family over this weekend. So I was only able to watch movies at home. I didn't have any money. It wasn't like a usual occurrence, like I don't have a car available, or I just, for some reason, there's something going on. No, it's literally because I would have seen it yesterday or the day before, but it's because I don't even have money. So, yeah. I'll probably see it this upcoming weekend. I'm trying to. I will get a review out to you guys soon, because I really want to see Searching. It looks great. But it did good. A lot of you guys didn't miss it, so yeah, nice work. You guys did good. It looked really good from trailer 1, and I knew it was going to do good at the box office. I know this movie has a very low budget. I know Searching had a very low budget. And I bet it paid off. I'm not remembering how much it made this weekend, but I bet it paid off its entire budget this weekend. Because I think its budget wasn't even in the millions. I think it was in like the thousands or so. This movie, I don't think, it didn't beat 10 million, I know that. But it did good. Very good. Searching, this was its second weekend actually. Last weekend it made some $100,000. This weekend it made millions, because it went wide this weekend. And I can see it. It's at my local theater. So yeah, I'll try and get a review of it to you guys. This is a movie I saw trailer 1 and I thought that's Oscar bait. And guess what? It was supposed to be Oscar bait. But I guess people saw it. Operation Finale, I think. It made probably more money last week, than it did weekend, because it came out last week, not the weekend. It did good, I think. I think it's doing good. I don't know if it had the highest of a budget, and I'll probably check it out when it goes to DVD. And I'll get a review to you guys. I'll get a review out to you guys of Operation Finale one day, like later this year, probably. It won't be this month. It'll be later. But, man, I don't really have, like, anything against its success. I'm fine that it was successful. I mean, I didn't hear it was that good. I didn't hear it was that bad. I just thought it was okay. And I was like, great. Why would I go see some random okay movie? That's one of the reasons why I don't care to see it. It's like, when a movie gets meh reviews, like everybody's like, it's okay, then I'm like, why even go see it? There's no point. I've done this with a couple movies when movies get, like, people are like, meh. I go and see. If it's a movie that's bad, then I can go, yeah, I might go see that because I can put it in my top 10 worst of the year and get a review out, because it's fun to see bad movies. I'm honestly one of the people who just likes to yell at bad movies, but I don't like mediocre movies, which is one of the reasons why I really did not care to see Operation Finale, because it was mediocre. If a movie's mediocre, it's not entertaining to talk about. It's just like, it's mediocreness. It's not anything fun. It's just there. It's an existing movie that did fine, I guess. And it did good. It did good, but I just didn't have that much of an urge to talk about it. And I don't really, if I review it, I might even not talk about it, because it's supposed to be mediocre. And I don't really like mediocre. It also did mediocre at the box office, so mediocre. These 3 movies will stay at the top 3 on the box office for I don't know how long. Mission Impossible Fallout number 3. It only dropped 13%. That's not surprising. But it's so cool. It's just like the Meg and this movie are making they're losing. They're not making as much. Like every week they make less money than they did in the last. But no other movie can get as much money as they're making, meaning that they're just making money. and making money. And just slowly making money. And Fallout, I'm hoping, will be 800 million. And the Meg is going to be really big. It's doing really good, considering it only had a 44 million opening weekend, which was very surprising, and I'm blown away by that. Not as blown away by Crazy Rich Asians' insane drop. But they've been both just racking up money, and Fallout especially, it's just kind of been hiding in the back. Just, I'm going to grab that. I'm going to grab that. I'm gonna grab that. And I'm happy. I loved Fall. It's one of my favorite movies of the year. It was just such a well shot, acted, direct. It's a perfect movie. I'm gonna say that. I loved it, and I'm probably gonna go see it more because I loved it. And by the way, a lot of people are saying you have to see Fallout in IMAX. I didn't see Fallout in IMAX. I have an IMAX theater in like 44 miles away, so I don't ever see movies in IMAX. I saw it in. Actually, the theater I went to put me in their smallest theater at the back of the theater, and I was sitting in the very front because there were no other seats in the theater. So it's this very small theater sitting at the front looking up at a screen, and I loved the heck out of it. So usually a theater I'm in never affects how much I like a movie, and I love Fallout, so yeah. It's usually the movie that's actually being presented in front of me instead of the experience at the theater. I'm not expecting Fallout to do any worse. Maybe it won't be. I think The Nun and Peppermint will both make more than this. I mean, I don't know Peppermint, but I know The Nun is going to make more than 10 million, maybe even more than 30 million. It's going to be big. It'll be #1 next week. Please. I'm done with Crazy Rich Asians, but that movie, The Nun's going to do really good. Peppermint's probably going to do fine. This movie's doing great, Fallout's doing great, and I'm happy for that. My god, it's like more money than we ever could expect. I'm happy the Meg's successful, because I really enjoyed the Meg. I don't know if I'm going to go see it again, I might, because it was so fun. But, I'm happy that it's doing good, I'm happy that the box office is on my side. Everyone's like, no, the Meg was terrible, and I'm like, no, it was good. And I guess I'm on, who said the box office side? The box office is agreeing with me, like, yeah, MTS, yeah, we liked the Meg. We're gonna give it some money, or I guess fans are. But yeah, I'm happy for that. I kind of want a Meg sequel. Please, that would be great. I'd love to have another awesome Jason Statham shark movie. After all, it's really not that hard to open up the little ice barrier thing. If you've seen the Meg, you'd get that reference. The Meg was so entertaining that I want to see it again, and I'm probably gonna see it again because I had so much fun watching it. It's not particularly memorable, but I'm happy it's doing good. It's like barely making more than Fallout. But yeah, we all know what #1 this weekend is. Again. #1 is Crazy Rich Asians. Again. Last time I went on an 8-minute rant on how impossible it is to drop 6%. No, hold up. First off, you make an opening weekend that is, I believe, this is the first Asian cast movie, like a full Asian cast in, I don't know, 20 years, which I actually didn't know that when I first talked about its opening weekend, so I'm more surprised about that now. But now I know that that is still the case. Then it made a huge opening weekend, which I was like, yeah, nice work, you did good. It's not like it's amazing or anything. Oh, you only dropped 6% its second weekend. If that wasn't impossible enough, it dropped 10% this weekend. And I don't know how this is happening! This movie is gonna already announce a sequel, and I'm fine with that, but I'm getting a little annoyed by this movie. I'm getting annoyed by having to yell at it for its success, and it doesn't make sense. It's like, I mean, it makes sense if this one's #3 for 3 weeks, but dropping 6% to 10%, it's gonna drop maybe 13% next weekend or 16%, I don't know. But it's doing amazing. Like, this is making box office history in not only the category of Asian cast, no, not just that, the category of just being success. I think I'm just gonna go see it at the theaters simply because of its success. I'll probably see it in September sometime, but if I do, I might even see this in the theater simply because of the success. I'm done. I just knocked the box up. I don't know how this is happening. Crazy Rich Asians just actually doing the impossible. It's making almost... Are people just going, I'm going to go see that again every week? And it's not making as much money as it did last week. I think it only made like 20-some million this week. Or maybe less. I don't know. If it makes over $1 billion, I won't even be surprised. I'll just be like, yeah, it made over $1 billion. It makes sense if it makes over $1 billion. And well, Crazy Rich Asians wasn't just the menace we didn't see coming. No, it's literally the god we didn't see coming in box office numbers. Not in reality. It's not actually a god. Don't look it up. I actually saw trailer 1 and I thought that's going to be mediocre and bad. And mind-blowingly, guess what? It wasn't mediocre or bad. It was supposed to be very good. Meaning I'm probably going to go see it. But how is it making this much money? My sister didn't even see it this weekend. She went to college this week, so... yeah. But how is it making this much money? I don't know. I'm going to deconstruct this for you, okay? Imagine Crazy Rich Asians. Yes, it made $25 million, I believe, on its opening weekend. And I was like, okay, that's good, I guess. I mean, I said it had a crazy rich opening weekend, but that was for the great pun. That's for the good pun I could do. But then, on the second weekend, I was like, nope, and I could not predict the third weekend. And I probably can't predict this fourth one, because I literally don't see it, because it's probably going to drop a very low amount next week, and I don't see why, because it's going to run out of fuel one day, but it would have to, if we're going to look at this, if it's going to drop maybe almost 10% every week, it's going to drop out of the... If it makes, let's say it drops another, I'm going to say it's going to drop more this week because it's consistently getting less money every week. So, let's say it drops 13% next week. Or, I'm just going to say 14%. You'll understand the math there. But if that happens, then it's going to be probably number 2 on the box office. If it drops a 20% the next week, and then it will drop a 25% the next week, then a 30%, then a 35%, maybe just 40% at that point, then a 45%, then a 50%, and then we start getting to the point where it starts to fall down. That is literally going through September and almost all of October, meaning it is almost impossible to predict how much money Crazy Rich Asians is going to make, because it's done so well on its first 3 weeks and dropped so little that I have no idea how to predict what it's going to make next week or the week after. I'm going to actually real quickly do the math of how long it will stay as a huge box of success. In fact, one of the biggest, like, in the top 5 on the box office. If it's doing as good as it does, I just did the math. If it's doing as good as it does, then in October, this movie will only drop 50%. In October! Mid-October! And this movie was released in pretty much smack dab middle of August. How? I think August is going to be the new month for big success, because this movie is going to influence every movie. In its first 3 weeks, in America, it's made almost $100 million already. I don't get it! I have no way to predict what it'll make next week. I'm predicting it'll drop just a little bit. But, yeah, we don't know. I know The Nun will do very good next week, and Peppermint will probably do good. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Box Office Overview. If you did like it, make sure to like and subscribe, and click the notification bell, because YouTube's stupid. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time on another episode of Split Movie Review. Not 2 movie, I mean, a review of the M. Night Shyamalan film, okay? See you next time.